Hello everybody, I'm a simple gamer and welcome back to more Genshin Impact. Time for Act 2 of the Whirling Waves Film Festival Management Business event, which I did like. And it looks like for Act 2 you don't actually have to progress any further than, well, you probably don't even have to progress through the business management days in order for it to unlock, since at the end of last time I haven't touched it. Just so that I could like show it off. So it looks like I can show it off like after the story's done, which I am totally okay with. Yep, rolling Waltz, case tracking. Act 2 is available, just gotta wait. Return to Pelham Memorial to check up on yep, the Kiku stores. Well, not really a Kiku stores, but yeah, you know. It's Aoife's. So I might as well teleport to the statue first. And then, yeah, see what Kakuku's been up to with Neuvillette as fellow Saurian dragon stuff. But yeah, I just gotta wait until what time? 8 or 10. Okay, that's fine. Just gotta go almost all the way around. At the very least, it's not like 2 days. So for this one, they just did 1 day for whatever reason. You know, it is usually 2 days, but I am thankful I don't have to go another loop. Never mind, I read that wrong. So I do have to go around day after tomorrow, so this does suck. Oh well. If I knew, I definitely would have, at the very least, did like 1 loop before I started, which is my bad. But yeah. Gotta find out more about the smuggling case, probably. With Kinich, and then the so-called gun, and some other stuff.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kakuku's doing.
Even though Paimon says that, I'm pretty sure it was said that the ban lasts for 3 days. So this technically could be the 3rd day that yeah, the ban might still be in place, but I guess not. Okay, time to talk to Kakuku, and yeah, Neuvillette's office. Wriothesley and Kinich are both here. And then Aoife and Aurora are still outside, I guess.
Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey, my little dudes! Good morning! Oh wow, Kakuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kakuku's not the only one that Mr. Wriothesley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
Series of twists and turns, so most of the stuff should be revealed in this chapter act with that title. The random how loading thing is weird.
Boss, do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
That black and white. Well, it's more like gray, I guess. Kinich time, the blue barrier's here though.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, this area is pretty small, which is why I'm trying to go slowly so that the talks do finish before I go inspect the goods. Which I can do.
Let's go hear what these criminals...
What was that sound?
Sure enough, there are
distractions.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift
I
it?
failed, so I gotta do it again.
And that's why we call you a rookie.
That's
And here I
right.
thought I could just
Are
do
they
the
merchants?
first part and then it'll
Have they
auto,
come to Fontaine?
set
Scarred
me to the
face.
next
On
one.
closer
But I
inspection,
guess
could he have
not.
previously... Something feels off.
So cannot get caught at all. That's fine.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas...
I'm not quite sure what does distraction mean. I cut off the talk. Do they repeat it then? Or am I just locked here for
If
now?
we ended up damaging the goods
Yeah.
by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here.
Oh, this sucks. I can't
Would it
actually
really
skip
have
it.
taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care?
So you do get pretty punished
Could they
for...
be secretly smuggling precious
failing
items
this.
out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Which is fine. I just don't know where the distraction is. Oh, this guy's pretty close. I guess I gotta wait for them to move away. Unless if I go all the way around, but I don't think it works like that since this guy's just staring and then I got caught last time, so I kinda have to wait for him to go. Oh wait, I have some beans it looks like? Are they coins? I can't tell. Okay.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for...
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, I kinda skipped one.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
But I think I got it so you can pause it and see what was
pull
said
yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all.
there. Good to know.
Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
That should be it. Unless if I had sneak around to get to security. But Kinich will probably just beat them up, so probably not.
So anyway, That was when I went and told the Fontanian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passers-by.
Yeah, Kinich, you did great!
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Really? We gotta do this? This is a little bit random. Ancient dragon civilization. Oh yeah, it looks like it. The secret mountain and all that. Lost object. That means they left it there or the person had to leave. Non-accident. Bait? Or for someone else to pick it up. Well, that's a pretty obscure place. Oh no, maybe. So maybe I was right there. Anyways. Interpret again or submit conclusion. This is the only one that could be, so here you go.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh wow, no way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so does that mean they executed the hostage?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
Again? Okay. You really didn't need this. The traveler could just say all this by himself and then it will still be fine. Since this isn't like a detective thing. Just a little bit of thinking. So, I'm watching the buyer, but why is it still there? Lapine Pauline. Oh, incomplete transaction. Film Fantasyland gone the way. Okay, sure.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Huh. Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kinich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Outta here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro! Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroron?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
I do like the cuckoo. He's very fun. I do wonder why Wisey was the one who did the job for Neuvillette there, even though he's supposed to be the one to think of plans to catch the suspect, and Wisey's just like the prison guard. But sure. Open it up and take a look. The gun? That's cool, but I don't see the point why yet. Maybe later.
You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
That actually sounds like a good idea. In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Really?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
That Archon quest call up right there. And okay, sure. Special privileges in Fontaine. You would expect that probably more in not Fontaine. But I guess it's just an honorary title. It's not like they're actually nobles or anything. Okay, anyways. Time to bring Kukuku back to Aoife. And I guess Auroron as well. Since yeah, it was mentioned last time that Auroron was the one who found Kukuku and then gave it to Aoife. And yes, can't forget about How, I guess.
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Ugh. Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Kuku, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kinich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor Ahau. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Eva, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope, Ahau. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after Ahau, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you? Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Ah, really? Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
I'm like, why not? And it looks like I got an extra line from that as well. So it's totally fine that I picked that one, even though I usually would choose like the top one there.
So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had enough too, huh?
For real now? Come on, bro!
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands.
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
Okay, these three are kind of dumb. I don't see Kinich here, so I guess I can't talk to them, just these three. Okay, more time skipping, which I'm okay with, I guess. Since at the very least this is in the middle quest and not before it happens. So it does feel like you're making progress. So the notice should be up now.
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
This early? Wow. Okay, sure. You would think that they would have to like wait a little bit of time for someone to actually see the notice. But we'll see what happens. At the very least, they could like made it at the very least till noon or something. Especially when the Traveler and Paimon could like be doing some, I don't know, breakfast. Another activity before coming here, but I guess this is more important. Kinich is already here too. He's early.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it out.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tevat are you doing here, Auroron?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But Bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Roran, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun. All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Oh, we're basically a household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking a Roran to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroran to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Neuvillette too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroran, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Oron's having too much fun, and that plan actually makes sense. And the smugglers are actually pretty cautious. Nice. Wisely. Head to plaza. Looking around. This does not look like the plaza, but
No
okay.
sign of any suspicious individuals around here.
Oron just going, and I do have my burst.
Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
I wonder if I can like talk to this guy. Nope. I guess he also doesn't recognize Wisely. Mr. Guard. Can I just teleport? Looks like I can. Can I teleport elsewhere? Sorry, I gotta try it.
This isn't the way that Auroron said. Am I getting too old to remember directions?
Let's go. Random line. Okay. Let's go back. Move out. And punished again for trying something different.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here.
Okay.
Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
I could jump in the elevator. I could also teleport, but I could also just jump down. And that probably like achieves the same thing too, so it should be okay. You can probably teleport to the teleport point that's close to the plaza, but since I'm, so high up anyways, I might as well just glide down. You know, I also do want to try teleporting to the other teleport point, see if it works. That's fine. I'm here anyways. Oh. Am I dead? I don't think so.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See, Mr. Kikuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. Out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Oran is so dumb. We're gonna get a view of the cellar. So not as cautious as I thought, since he's not watching over that transaction. Unless if he was.
Ah! Wriothesley's back!
Or she.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news!
Okay, Act 2 complete. I kinda also want to do the business side. But at the same time, it might be better to just leave it all at once at the end like I usually do. Well, not all of it, since I already done some of it, but most of it.
On the topic of kidnapping cases... How exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient, non-human beings? Of course, Melazines go without saying, but what about a being like Kikuku?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions on this matter.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede, would I?
That is no laughing matter, Wriothesley.
Okay, a little bit more lore there. Well, just a little bit. Okay, I guess that's it. I might as well teleport to the activity to, at the very least, see if there's anything new to talk to. Yeah, so the second part's out, so I can probably go up to day 20, I believe. Well, cycle 20, I mean. And also unlock to level 6 or something like that for the activities. Oh, Oran's here. Whistling?
In a good mood, I see.
Yep, Seeing my dear vegetables all settled in right where they belong brings me great joy.
You sound like a proud parent. I'm happy for you, bro. But given how where they belong is inside a cooking pot, that kind of fills me with dread at the same time.
Nice to meet you, bro.
The heck are you on about? Does this really seem like a good time for nice to meet you?
I guess he's referring to the meeting of the vegetables in the pot.
You got it, bro.
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure if I should be worrying about your definition of nice to meet you or investigating whether you and Kikuku share some kind of telepathic bond.
Okay, got that talk. Nice. Navia probably says the same thing.
You've got this park. Ugh, I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out.
Yep. That means, Escoffier probably says the same thing too. Since there was that taka. Okay, I guess I'll do like 1 or 2 days. But first there's a cooking one.
That unique aroma. All right,
Check the
then.
theme dish. Might as well do it here. Yeah, I saw this before, so 10% more revenue in the cycle, but if you get it again, you get 20% more. So it's gonna keep increasing. So I like my ramping effect. So every time I see this, I'm probably gonna choose this one, the candy shells. That lag right there. Okay, so how do I want to do this? In order to get some more revenue, I do believe I have to focus on unlocking the new stuff, but then also making sure that there's like a person who can also jump in here as well, who will help me increase, since I do believe the revenue decreased since I didn't have like the second one. Wait, sorry, give me a sec. So it's the electric escapades that I want. So the marine, recruit, first part-time job, covered to chase, underwater. Oh, well, it's a medicine, probably good. Lost the certificates. That's actually a little bit sketchy, but gotta trust the Melusine, I guess. Confirm assignment. Assigned, and let me see how much I can upgrade her. Not gonna dismiss, so I do have 90k. If I go up to level 10, that's 22k. That's not that bad. So I guess I'll do that, and then I'll also increase the other person that I have as well. Yeah, for the Mellow Manor. To level 10. So it didn't cost too much. I still have 53k to spend. Okay, so what do I want to do now? Upgrade it, expanded, but I think I do want to expand this one. It costs 30k. I should have enough to also hire. Yeah, and I should also have enough action points in order to do as well. Okay, upgrade. You know, I can't upgrade like the staff to full, but that's fine as long as I can hire the next person, which is Constantine. Esteemed manager, this guy's very serious. Next up, his skills as a storyteller. Okay, sure. Confirm assignment. And then upgrade you as much as I can. Like I said, I probably can't get to full. So about level 9, which is pretty close. So it's not that bad. So I do have 4 left, but I can't really expand the facilities. Yeah, since I'm already... yeah, full there. And it does take 8. So yeah, next one I'm probably gonna expand the mellow, well no, the escapades first. Okay, so I got, well, since I don't have anything to do now, I guess I just go to the next cycle and waste the 4. Well, the 4 isn't wasted, it's carried over as revenue. But I still think it's weird that does that. Profit increase, or expenditure, plus 114%, I don't mind, especially with how much I actually made off the other stuff, I believe. Excellent manager. It still tells you to make use of the action points though, which I couldn't. Performance award. Oh, I got the bow already. Nice. Okay, so before anything, every time, gotta do... oh, okay, yeah. The special surprise candy shells is here again. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that one. And then, like I said, I will expand this one. +8. I'm not quite sure why I have to come over here in order to do it, but it's okay. Expand, cost 8, 310, 90. Yeah, these numbers don't mean anything until you actually like see the revenue at the end, in my opinion. Okay, go formulate. I do have 3 afterwards, but I can't expand the other 2, so there's actually no point in doing that. So I do wonder if I can like hire someone else to do this. But yeah, I'll just do this activity and then call it. Yeah, like I said, just 2 or 3. Oh, whoops. I thought this was the one that like sent you up, but I guess not. This is the automatic one instead. Okay, get all the coins there. I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to get that, but okay. Yeah, the first one was underwater, and this one is above water, so I do like this one a little bit more, I think. I missed a lot of coins. Yes, I did. As long as I get the 140 at the end, I'm okay with missing some coins. Because I was kind of bad at gliding right there. Which is my bad. Okay, and then grab all these guys. I don't know what that ball is. Oh, I think it's the one thing that like lets you automatically collect them as you like get close by. Sure. Okay, never mind what I said before, it's still automatic. This is... even above land is still here. I missed one, great. I missed another one, 103. I don't know if I can actually touch the bubbles. I think I can touch the bubbles. Oh yeah, they do make you go faster, so you should touch the bubbles. Okay. You might miss some coins because of it, if I'm going too fast and missing like I did. Well, that's my bad. Okay, grab these 3. I'll be at 121. Maybe I missed too many. Hopefully I didn't. But this one does seem a little bit longer than like the first one, which is fine, since this is the second one. Even though this is still technically part of Act 1, I believe. Since I could upgrade before Act 2 came out. So there, I gotta do this like 4 more times afterwards, which I'm okay with. Grab that. Okay, 160. Enough. Okay. Good thing I don't get punished for missing all those at the beginning. Okay, time to exit and then see if I can use the 3 action points or not. There we go. Nothing's really changed, I guess. It can be upgraded. 80k and 3, just enough. So I don't have to hire anyone, which is good since I won't have the action points for it. But I can do the same thing for the other 2. Yeah, upgrade and then, sorry, expand and upgrade one. So yeah, totally fine. Yeah, grab the performance award. 5 and then strategy for stage 2. Still part of, yes, sorry, still part of starting stage though, so I'm not on the second part yet. But I think after Act 3 I'm gonna also do a little bit, like 1 or 2 days, and then afterwards I'll try to like do it all at once. But yeah, business level 5, cycle 6. Next 2 cycles is gonna be expanding the other 2, and then afterwards see where I go from there. So yeah, short, little show off of the activities again, but I do find this pretty fun. It's just that, yeah, since I am showing it off, I am going a little bit slow here. Well, that's okay. At the end, it should go a little bit fast. Actually, no. At the end, there's going to be like a lot of activities all at once, so maybe it won't be as fast. Maybe I'll need 2 days to finish it. Who knows? But I'm definitely looking forward to it. So with that, Act 2. Sell the buyer. Haven't seen the seller yet, but we're probably going to catch him. And most of the story is revealed right now, as I expected. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.